All right now it's working. So basically I said that 1 year I was trading on USD, JPY, because was considered back when I was doing smart money was considered a good pair. And that will be extremely easy to me to determine the bias because even if you go like on the high time frame, you can see just is clearly bullish. So back in there was like 2020, 2021. So that was, yeah, that was around like this kind of situation that was basically a little bit bullish. So it was extremely more easy to trade. But yeah, even on the moment that we went right here, we are still on bullish. It's very actually easy to trade those pairs simply because mostly they're directional. And when you try to compare them to EU and GU, but even also like AUD/USD is extremely a pair that moves range by range. That's why it's a little bit delicate. For example, gold. One reason that I don't like to trade gold is simply because it plays a lot around ranges inside ranges. So you can easily lose yourself with them. So let's see what we can do. We're gonna get our bias, but I think like there are no doubts in bullish, obviously, like in this case. So we got a break right here. So we know automatically that when price is gonna build in next range, we're gonna aim to his target. So that'll be our stuff. Then you wanna find a range on the daily and the 4 hour that is close to us. So right here we can see a low because these run a liquidity and rock structure in there. But in this case, like when you face this situation, basically, you can find one also on the 4 hour simply because it's too far away. So the thing is, we're gonna be trading mostly on the 1 minute, 5 minute, and 15 minute, I guess. So the moment that your range is right here and your closest strong low is here, is way too far away. So you can just try to look to the range expansion that you're in. So for example, all of this and kind of understand where you're coming from. Obviously, this is going to be our major low of the range. All right. Are we going to trade for intraday purposes? So in this case, we're going to be, well, we don't see anything clear. For sure, all of these are ranges. But I'm going to just wait and see how everything does. In this case, you will need to drop a lot just to see this whole structure right here. So yeah, our low of the range that will be right here because that'll be a strong low, a strong high be taken, and a strong low be taken right here. But we're just gonna wait Asia to do its stuff. Here we are on June, so Asia is midnight to 7 right here. So this is basically where our Asia session is. Now, we're gonna approach it obviously on a scalping perspective. So since we're gonna do it on a scalping perspective, we still need to look for Asia. All right, so it's not like you just turn your brain off. Yeah, obviously not. You're not gonna do it because this is gonna be bad. So since we're bullish right here, I mean we broke structure because this one was a strong low. Strong lows got taken. So this builds a range, HB. And okay, so we can anticipate a bearish bias because this is this and this is here. So okay, so that'll be our range. It's kind of like an uncomfortable situation. That's why I'm taking like a lot to think because when you find yourself in this kind of type of situation, you don't have a lot to do. So to grasp some information is hard. And since it's kind of hard, you need to be really, really delicate with what you do. So yeah, I mean, that's not much to say. That'll be our low the range right here. So let me add the highlighter here, here to here. Cool. So the moment that we have a range, we know that there are high chances that retracement is gonna start. The Asia high looks is a strong high. For example, in this case, going directly, that will be not pretty much a good choice for me simply because I may feel a little bit scared about having all this liquidity and be pretty much in the middle of nowhere. So luckily today we're gonna do scalping. So we're gonna do some confirmation entries. But yeah, if you want to take it directly, you just go up to your key level in here. That'll be the body of this order block. We don't have liquidity fitting into it. So we have liquidity right here. There was like a wick above. Oh yeah. So that'll be the key level in this case. So yeah, you're gonna expect price to come right here because we form a range, we bearish, potentially to take some internal liquidity, then to reverse. But we're just gonna look to scalping. I don't know if you want to backtest with a time window, but I'm just gonna be looking to like where price approaches to some area because obviously the smartest way that you can trade on this way is just to set yourself a time window. That'll be a pretty smart move, in my opinion. So I think I'm gonna go with the time window in this case. But if you wanna have like some deep, very deep backtesting session, going to like every single movement of the price action and how I will uh, try to think the whole day, we can definitely make this. So I'm gonna start a little bit light. Let's put like 13 to 14. So we're just out of our kill zones, and that'll be basically between London and New York, basically. So let's see. And obviously you're gonna catch in trades all the like the 1 minute and 5 minutes. So that'll be our trade. That also is inside our time window straight at 9:30, but we cannot take it because we're just looking for scalps. And let's see as soon as we are right here. Cool. So what do we see? We are on our key level. Obviously our bias will be to aim towards this low right here. Okay, so this is where we are aiming at. That's a strong high because this run all liquidity breaks. I guess, I don't know. It doesn't, so I won't count it as a break, honestly. But we are in this situation. Price right here played a T1 in there because yeah, this broke. And now we just starting to pull him back. Okay. Right here, we got some breaks. Let's see the high time frame. We are in here. Wow, I think, yeah, that's nothing. I'm just looking to where potentially price can react from, basically. There's also a way that you can trade. So, and that's what I've been testing, and that is really cool. So if you're struggling, just to stick to your market structure, like me right now, since it's been a lot that I don't do it, you can just mark up your range and let it do, let's say, its part. So for example, here we have a bunch of equal highs right here. That's equal highs in right here. So yeah, makes sense the price may take them and drop. Yeah. So yeah, market came up right here because yeah, that was equal highs right here. No interrange equity or anything close. If price wanted to drop, we'll just drop right here. It's not gonna play out more. So then we broke. I mean, this doesn't look so confident to me, honestly, because if this like broke straight like this, that'll be like a 10 out of 10 trade for me. But I mean, we will still be on the trade right here. And if we trust analysis, that's gonna be playing out. So I don't know what to expect. I mean, we can definitely wait, but I don't want to, let's say, run out our time window right here. So we're just gonna maybe mark out the range. And I think like 1 hour for this time window is a little bit a lot. No, it's a bit less because you don't have like so much stuff to do. So yeah, we're right here. We had the wick right here. And let's see. I mean, that's liquidity. But I mean, we have the equal highs above, so yeah, definitely in this trade, I'm gonna be waiting. That's I don't want to like risk to take like a horrible trade. Let's see. Okay, okay. So now we definitely broke. I know this is kind of outside the time window, but obviously if you stick to a confirmation entry, even though you are intraday, no one is gonna hurt you if you just stick, let's say, 30 minutes more to the chart simply because you wait for confirmation. If you just aim to the direct entry, you should. But if you just want to take a confirmation, yeah, you can wait more because maybe you don't want to run the risk to take the trade like this. So even though there was a key level in here, I don't want to take it close these two equal highs right here. So I'm just gonna be running a confirm between this break right here, a strong high. And now that I'm bearish, I'm just gonna up to look to my key level. Let's say we go even to the 1 hour in here. And what can we see? Not pretty much a lot. I have this wick, but it looks really, really far away. Okay, let me just remove even all of this. If you just want to scalp the whole move, yeah, a strong high in here, I believe. Yep. We had this strong high, and we are currently on the expansion of this range because it broke. Because price, since we're on the 1 minute, has to make strong high, strong high, strong high, strong high, strong high. Now, the thing is, you'll never know when the market is gonna make a big move at reverse. All right. But the thing is, you cannot keep waiting forever. So for example, let's say you want to scalp, let's say this whole move to the outside. What happens almost all the time is that price, let's say, builds your QM right here and just making strong low, strong low, strong low. And as soon as you take those scalps, you're just winning, but you need to be aware that when a market was gonna want, is gonna make a range. It's gonna make strong high, come into your key area and go to exchange liquidity. So in this case, since you're just focused on little scalps, that's gonna be the trade. Just gonna run with a 1% right here, following our range expansion. We can just place our stop loss right here and our TP down there. And that's gonna be my trade. Let's see. Okay. All right. So that'll be our loss in there. All right. Now, since we have to monitor price and the stuff that he does, let's see how he plays out. Okay. So in this case, this is exactly what I said. So even though when the market is gonna continue the expansion, I was gonna make a new high. So now this high right here is a major high, same as right here. This was an expansion high right here. And the stuff is you can just wait for the major entry or the let's say expansion entry. They are both correct. Obviously, here you're more aggressive. You're gonna have a more high hit ratio. But in here, you're gonna have a lesser hit ratio but a more high win rate. So this goes hand by hand with what kind of style you want to do. But in this case, we just get stepped out that day and we're just gonna take it. Yeah, the entry will be very, very conservative. But now you can see by me using two different styles how the analysis changes. Like how much more time I took to find a trade because I had to monitor price, stay there, and do all this kind of stuff that normally, on average, it doesn't happen because I just look at the chart, know my entry, and basically just do it without any, let's say, extra hesitation. Let's call it in this way. But yeah, that's what it is. That's why to do this kind of style, you need to be a little bit more trained. That's why hey, I push more people just trading London because it's more easy and easy to take and easy to learn. And that's basically it. So let's move to the next Asia through 6. Okay, that's a big move during Asia. Like this. So we still bearish. We made the BOS. yeah, but the BOS will be a T1. You see weak breaker structure, price reverse, that'll be the high, that made the break. So that's the T1, price takes it. So we are officially bearish. I'm gonna also show you obviously like we did the day before the trade that you could take during that I will take, no you could take. So I won't take it doing the London Hilton. In this case, obviously Asia is a strong high. As you can see, run a high, run a low. We head up to the 4 hour. That'll be nothing. And we can see a hidden base in there, but this looks kind of below the 50%. Yeah. So this is a personal choice now. In this case, you have two key levels right here because you have the opening of the hidden base and the kind of body, let's say the wick of the hidden base. And this is a choice of where you to enter because if I enter right here, I need to place my stops above. All right. And if I enter right here, obviously I need to do the same. And then you can decide about your placement and stuff. But me personally, that'll be inducement to just do it. And I prefer in this kind of scenario when I trade by myself to don't use this one right here simply because it's very close to price and won't kind of allow me to go break here because let's say that we place our trade in here. And let's say the price one drop more. So here I have my trade that here looks like it kind of 101 and 40. But here it just looks even like a 101. So just to grab those little bit more risk redeem that I don't do it more for those kind of risk redeem, but basically for the way that can be positioned inside the trade. But anyway, like your stops should be like this. So and also this is gonna be an answer for many people that sometimes has issues about their stop losses and they get stopped out even though they have the right direction. And the main reason is because you play in your area like this. Now, this looks an extremely high risk trade simply because the more that your stop loss is going to be away from your exchange equity, more risk is going to be because maybe price is going to do a wide pullback like this. So for example, yesterday, I guess, yeah, yesterday when we did a live trading session, Asia was a strong high and price just came to the pip to Asia to just reverse. So your bias was correct if that will happen, but you're gonna get stopped out at least like 3 times. Just keep playing like this. So it's not, let's say, an issue about the strategy. It's not an issue about anything. It's just your risk management game. And your risk management game is what is really gonna make you profitable or not profitable in trading. This strategy do its part, obviously, having a high risk strategy and a strategy that can offer you a lot of risk redeem. Like this strategy is very important. But what really is gonna make you profitable is all about your risk management. The way that you manage a trade, the way that you manage your risk, even though your little percentage that you make, you just make your account grow and grow your payouts always more bigger. And also the way that you take your trade. So if you take a lot of trade like this, it's completely normal that you're gonna get stopped out, but you know your risk. So in this case, if you go to TP, you bank E103, almost A104. But if I go to TP right here, I just bank A101. But now, who has more chances to go to TP? Obviously me. All right, simply because I'm extremely more covered. And the scenario that can get stopped out is or if my bias is wrong or just the market doesn't respect my area. That's gonna be less than a 10% scenario that's gonna happen to the market. And this puts you in a position that right now you feel uncomfortable in here. And I will feel uncomfortable a lot in this situation. But the thing is, why will I feel uncomfortable in here? I'm gonna feel uncomfortable because I know that price has so much bandwidth to stop me out. Alright. So I just prefer to stay a little bit more away, grasp more and there. And also for if you're wondering like how to stack trades, in this case you could stack trade just by having let's say some internal range equity, let's say like this, and you hold your trade, you just get a partial in here just to secure some profit and you just let it run. In this case, you'll get stopped out over here. But let's say you just get tapped in right here, you hold, you will take a little bit right here and they're just gonna go. But if you want, we can just also test this. That's a style that I love, honestly. But I don't do it simply because it keeps me awake at night having trades going when I'm not, let's say, checking it. So that's why I don't. But it's a good way to secure a lot of profit. So that'll be a trade that obviously we're not going to take because we just focus on our time window. That is 13 to 14 for this session. But obviously, like the next session that you want, guys, we can just take as the time that you prefer. There is no reason about why I took this time. Obviously, just a random time window that popped out inside my mind. So let's see. Okay. I mean, yeah, that wouldn't be like pretty much a change. And also price build some inducement right here. So since there is inducement, price can play out more, but we can't take it. And we are almost, almost inside our time window right here. So where are we? Oh, we're dropping a lot. So let me check also key level before where price can come and react from in here. That's a hidden base in there. We're gonna go to the 4-hour time frame. I mean, that's liquidity looks kind of far away, to be honest. So that may not be the right key level because that's kind of no liquidity fitting into it. So, I mean, I know if I take this, hidden base right here for sure I have liquidity. Yeah, so that's definitely the one I'm gonna be running. So since our time window is in there, what we're gonna do, we're just gonna scalp, 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 and scalp. And that's literally what we can do. All right. So let's see. Let's just find a range. We got the break right here. And that's kind of okay. So that's what we have. Let's see. You have any key level from this high? Let me check. Yeah, we have this. That'll be a good short, but obviously I'm gonna run the confirmation because that's look hella below the 50%, even if price comes back right here. So I'm just gonna let it be. That's a strong high. Okay. Now price is dropping a lot. So since we're almost right here, like at the end, this build a strong high because this ran out liquidity and broke. This may look nice as liquidity, to be honest. 4-hour, way too bigger, definitely way too bigger. So let me also remove all of this. And right here, what we have is that just this. Okay. Oh, but definitely I can't. I mean, unless you want us to take a trade right here. Is it a strong high? Oh yeah, that's a strong. Oh no, so now we can. So that's our high right here, that broke structure. And this is part of its range expansion. All right. So you can just shift your range to this one right here. Oh yeah, okay. Now this makes more sense. Because I never thought that was a strong high, but since it's a strong high, yeah, that'll be definitely our next high. So we have strong high, strong high, strong high, strong high, actually. Strong high, strong high. That'll be like a T1 break. Okay. So now the only thing is missing is liquidity. So we're gonna wait for some liquidity to form. It looks nice. I mean, yeah, I'll definitely enter. That's inducement. That builds up a range. So I'm gonna be running with like a 1% in here. That'll be it. Yeah, that'll be it. That looks nice. Not gonna lie. So we just let it play out. And we are almost, yeah, just a few minutes late. I mean, we will have already placed our trade before the end, like right here when price breaks. So that technically still counts. Okay. Here, where I go break even, honestly, after this. This is a strong low. As you can see, after this breaks, I'm gonna go break even. Oh, did it break? No, I'm gonna be going break even because I want to avoid price to just come back. Okay. Okay, that's nice. That'll be very nice. Scalp. So in this case, we just got rewarded. And the trade that we took is the same because our price is gonna play out to make like the bigger pullback or just gonna continue. So here we get stopped out, what it was. Here we get stopped out, but here we got rewarded. At the end of the day, it's just your edge and you decide to be or more conservative or just be more aggressive with it. But yeah, that'll be the execution. That looks nice. So that'll be all for that day. And now let's move right here. You're just reversing without touching it. Okay, that's what you want. So I mean, we clear out the internal liquidity and we just broke structure. So we just might be ready to just go bullish. And that'll be what I will expect for price, honestly. So how Asia looks. Asia looks as equal lows in here. So we're gonna expect it to be taken right here and find a nice key level below. You can see how fast I am doing those kind of analysis compared to just scalp. And back 6 months ago, before I get more into this style, I was just doing the opposite. To me, just finding if Asia was a strong high liquidity would take me like a lot. And I'm just doing so easy. Meanwhile, while I was scalping, my mind was just set to do the thing. And while I was set, I was taking it so much easier. And it's kind of fun to see how everything changed on the side. So that's why I'm suggesting you to just stick to one main style if you want to overcomplicate the whole process. But it's not a big deal. So here below our Asia, we have a wick. Do we have also liquidity? Yes. So that'll be very nice to have also that liquidity fitting into it. But I mean, do we have something better? Wow, 1 hour. I mean, it looks okay. Now, in this case, the 4 hour is okay. You may look it kind of far away. That's a good point of view, but the 1 hour looks definitely way too low a time frame. So if you just want to find a solution in between for you, you can just go to the 2 hour. I mean, yeah, you will have this right here. I don't think it's gonna be like a big change. Obviously, now it's compared between a high hit ratio and a high risk ratio. In this case, I think I'm gonna be running with this because I don't use usually the 2 hours, so I'm gonna be just sticking with it. So if you want to go long, I'll go long right here. I'm just gonna find my time window in here. Oh, there were news. Okay, okay. Did it broke? Oh, that'll be. Oh no, it doesn't. Just made equal lows. That's fine. So how gonna approach it right now? That'll be a very question. Now here for sure we have a range. So I'm gonna be waiting if price takes or this. I'm gonna be bullish. Okay, so now that we broke this, we're definitely bullish. And we're just gonna go to find our trading range. Okay, yeah, that will be nice. So here, yeah, we're still inside our time window. There's not a lot of minimum left. So here we have like a major strong low. We're gonna anticipate price come right here, and we're gonna take our order. So that's obviously nothing. That's a block. I'm gonna take this. I mean, yeah, you can take this, but I'm not gonna hold the trade long and a stop loss right here. Obviously, that doesn't look a nice option for me. Okay, but we don't have internal liquidity. I mean, unless you go to the 1 minute, but obviously you find internal liquidity. So since this one is already with internal liquidity, I'm gonna wait till price makes internal liquidity before placing my trade. So we do wait. Oh, I mean, yeah, that's internal liquidity, but it looks far away. This looks okay. This looks okay. No, the stop loss needs to be a little bit risky. I'm just gonna place it around like this, 153. Let's make it 55. That looks cool. And I'm gonna be aiming to this in liquidity, to be honest, because even if I aim right here, oh no, I mean that's cool. That's 1 2. So that was worst. Let's see. Obviously, like if price now drops, I'm just gonna set my target up here. Yeah, that'll be a miss. And that time I will just remove my order. So that'll be a setup. If he took it from there, for our time window, this day right here, that would just be a miss. And there is nothing much that we can do. Okay. That is our Asia. And we are still on bullish. So imagine what we're gonna do. We're just gonna anticipate and check the Asia low. Asia low is not a strong low, so we're gonna find some key level below it to get it taken. Or is a strong low? No, it's not. I'm gonna go to the 4-hour. We have a nice wick and liquidity, but we're not gonna take it since it's outside our time window and right here, 13 to 14. Okay, that'll be a miss for this type of setup. Okay. Obviously, like if this day there is news, obviously we cannot trade. So I'm not gonna be trading this day. Even after there is news, I usually don't trade. Because like if you check like the price action, that looks kinda terrible, to be honest. So there is not pretty much that you can do. So I'll probably skip that day. Yeah, now we just back being on bullish. Did you broke structure? Cool, because we were bullish. And now we're just gonna set our Asia. We're bullish. I'm just gonna wait a few time just to see if price breaks structure. Oh yeah, so that means that the Asia low, in this case, that's a strong low. That means I'm gonna be expecting it to get respected. So we don't have yet internal range liquidity, but I can mark for sure a key level in here. Definitely. We have a wick. Oh wait, didn't get attached to it. All right, but we're gonna wait for some internal liquidity if there was. And we have our time window. Oh, that may be news, I guess. So that'll be like a day that we shouldn't be trading due to news. But yeah. Okay, and now we are right here. So what we're gonna do in this position is we're just gonna continue go long because this thing price, yeah, for sure took the Asia low just because it was liquidity needing for the news. But we should just go right here and aim to get the high. Yeah, that looks okay. So we're just gonna find the range, look to the high. Damn, that was a very good setup. That we probably miss. Let's see if we. Oh no, if price is dropping, that means there is still possibility. Maybe didn't tap the key level. Oh no, that was this. I didn't never noticed. Oh, it was untapped. So since this was untapped, we can take it on a, like a market execution by here. So market order. That'll be the trade. So you can still technically take it because that will be like a limit at the end of the day. And that'll be my target. That was it. I mean, it looks very good. Break structure, doesn't turn GPT. Yeah. Also played out in inducement right close, luckily didn't have to. And now we just let it be. Hopefully it didn't stop us. So that's a strong high. Be taken. So that'll be our BE. We just let it play out. Okay. So that'll be a BE. I hope like it's not just an entry right here. Oh, that'll be a re-entry. Wow. Luckily we set BE. Oh damn. That'll be just a drop. Okay. That's okay. We couldn't do anything more, I guess. So that'll be that day. I'm just curious about how the market is gonna move. All right. That's pretty weird. I will count like this. If this was really the break that made the price reverse, I'll probably count it like a T on reverse right here. But that's okay. Then just go to the next day. I mean, that's really stressful. You know, like also if you have like some stuff to say to ask, just let me know. All right. Okay. Like this. We're still on bullish. Actually, like I don't know, but it's playing a lot of setup. Use the JPY compared to like our time. I know like people that test those pairs. I don't know if some of you actually trade GBP, JPY. So there's someone that maybe they get us suggested on the chat actually trade this. Each traded by this similar trading view, each trading view is literally powered by trading view. So that's why you're seeing it identical. So here, what do we have? This plays out a lot. That's really, 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 really cool. Mm-mm-mm. So we have this Asia low, that's not a strong low. That's liquidity in here. So we're just gonna mark up a key level below. 4 hour. I don't know why the 4 hour doesn't want to collaborate. I mean, this even happened today, that the 4 hour wasn't collaborating that much. All right, it fixed. We have this wick, but it's very close. I mean, it doesn't look bad, to be honest. Oh no, like looks really, really, really nice. But if you want to be protected with your stop loss in this situation, yeah, you should be definitely place your stop loss right here. So those are kind of the situation that I usually don't take the trade. I don't pull the trigger simply because, I mean, my stop loss should be here and my TP should be right here. That'll be like no much to say. But yeah, that'll be the option for the day if I want to take it directly following my setup. Or else we have the time window. So let's see. Well, let me just don't go that fast. So yeah, that'll be the key level in here. Always playing. Oh, damn. Fuck. That's not a manipulation. So let's say that this day we just go late to the office and play like this. I forgot like we weren't talking about this trade right here. So just let it play out a little bit more. But yeah, now let's say how this will be turning out in here. Okay. So that'll be a strong high. The whole area to get taken right here. So that'll be our strong low leading to our reversal because overall we're bullish. So we can just look to some kind of confirmation right here. But yeah, I think that even if we went right here, I will still be waiting for some setups. So nothing will have changed pretty much. 4 hour way to higher. 1 hour, what do we see? Is just this week. Yeah, that also lines up to this. Yeah, we have also internal range liquidity. So we just run it like this, pending order, stop loss in there, and we're gonna set the target like whenever the high is. Just get our scalp. Okay, so I'm just gonna set it right here. We can even refine it down to somewhere, but that's not my type, honestly. Like when you trade like this, honestly, I just like to be as conservative as possible because you just bank your little percentage for the day, then you move next. You bank your little percentage for the day and you move next. You're just trying to replicate it. Okay, but obviously that would be like ABE. After this, oh, don't you dare to like come back. Okay, so that'll be our nice little percentage in here. But yeah, obviously, like if you have like your whole day to stick to the chart, just strong low, long. Broke, strong low, long. All the day in and all the day out. That'll be pretty much the style of it. Midnight to 7. Okay. I don't think Asia is a strong low in here. Yep. Definitely not Asia is a strong low. So I'm gonna be expecting it to get taken. And look for a setup below it. So below Asia we had that wick. I mean my brain does it automatically by the process. It's crazy. Yeah, that'll be the trade while we wait till here. Okay. So nothing happened. That's okay. And we broke this structure. So since we broke this structure, that is more than enough. We took out also this low. So the means we just made a range from this high to this low. So I mean, yeah, that'll be pretty much a good target for me. This low right here. I'm just gonna see how the market goes. Let's just see. Yeah, this looks really good. We broke. That'll be a strong high to just catch a nice counter trend entry. Let's see, what do we have? That's kind of nothing right here. That'll be something that we cannot take. Oh, that'll be nice, this one. Boop. Right in there. Wow. Definitely a trade that I can take. Or I mean, I technically can, because that's a strong high in here. But I don't see liquidity. Maybe there'll be seconds time frame trade, but this looks definitely too risky, so I'm not gonna risk it, honestly. Yeah. Let's see if we have something better. Let's see if the candle closed. Nope. Mm-mm-mm. We have the imbalance in the, yeah, that'll be it. This is it. Stop loss above the high and TP down there. That'll be my trade for that day. Definitely. Okay, so that'll be. And miss, I mean, if you're still on the game, you can definitely check it and take a trade around there. But yeah, I won't play more trades inside of a day simply because on a real scenario, if you do miss this, they're gonna say, I want to take this by any chance. And maybe, for example, in this case, you have an interrange equity and the market just goes and stops you and then drops. So let's say just something like this, because there was interrange equity and use this high to be the liquidity. But by the moment that you didn't have that much focus, so what happens? I say, oh, the market just moves randomly. By the end of the day, is you that didn't have that much attention on it. And that is basically how all the process sometimes happens. Because we are so much focused on making the profit and we don't realize where we should really be in the market. Like we shouldn't be just focused on catching trades by just matching the rules. Because if you match your rules, you're gonna make money. If you don't match your rule, you just do what you want, you're not gonna make a lot of money. You're gonna get stopped out because the market is made to stop people to just wanna just grab money easily. So we just move next. I'm just gonna do like a last day because damn this stuff is hella stressing. I don't know like how much a day I resisted in here. That was like yeah 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that'll be day 8. I mean I can easily yeah let's finish this and put this to day 10. Midnight 37. Okay. Oh wait, wasn't looking to Asia. We broke structure. That's the strong low. So since the strong lows got taken, range A to range B. So we're gonna go on bearish. Asia, that's a strong high. So there'll be a key level in it. That'll be the body of this order block. Too far away from liquidity. That'll be the imbalance in here, definitely. So that'll be my key level in there. If I want to take a short that day. Oh, I don't know why it's locked. Yeah, awesome. But luckily in this session, we cannot take the trades. So yeah, that'll be it. Okay, so we just continue the expansion. That's a strong high. Price came back to mitigate something, clear interrange equity. We broke a strong low. So since we broke a strong low, we can just anticipate a continuation like this. Let's do it. Nothing on here. 30-minute, definitely anything. Oh, here we maybe have this. I mean, we're gonna have this for sure. Yeah. All be in here because I know that this is gonna be liquidity. Yeah. That'll be a very nice confirmation entry. Let's see if this works. It plays out. Do it. No. You just gave the reaction, but wasn't enough to tap us in. But I did definitely look a very good confirmation trade. But yeah, that's basically this what it is in this situation. Yeah, they miss. So let's go see another day. Let's understand also where we are on the range. Oh, we are in the key level, I guess. Nope. Oh, but this looks very good. Liquidity, key level. So yeah, if this day would like to catch along, I will definitely catch it right there. Okay. So this day looks kind of scary about the bias. So yeah, yeah. The situation, I had the situation that I basically don't catch any trade because I will be like so many ranges to get my head on. And that will be pretty much very, very, very hard to define which direction am I going. Because price apparently just building all this liquidity and all this liquidity. So even that one just to take a little scalp, that will become something very, 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 very stressing because you don't know exactly where you go. You have liquidity above, you have liquidity below. So the thing is, where are you going actually? It's basically the stuff. So now the thing is where we're gonna go. Oh, we're probably gonna skip it, I guess. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be very curious. Like if it's a news, if there is like a news that obviously I cannot be aware of, that'll be like this. That'll be so cool. Let's see. Oh, nothing. Okay. Midnight to 6. Okay. So here, yeah, that's basically the worst situation I'm involved into. Because literally, yeah, I mean, I will try to just take a scalp during the time window to just see how it does. Let's see if we can grasp some time. Oh, no, that was a miss. Oh, that was fine. Maybe. Okay. So we're in the time window, and now we just focus on getting that trade. So here we have a strong low. I'm just gonna look at key level right here. I mean, that's this, but that's very not on a nice level. Damn. That'll be pretty much no key level because I know that if I find a key level here, like the one on the 1 hour, 4 hour, I have this bunch of liquidity right there that will be very hard to be protected by. So I'm just gonna be waiting a little bit. Maybe a confirmation entry. Yeah, that's a strong high. That'll be my new low. We have a imbalance right here. Yep. Oh, we have also nice liquidity. Very nice. Yeah. No. And that'll be it. And that'll be it. That'll be this setup. Oh yeah, that's very unfortunate when it happens because you have like nothing else to do on the situation, but you cannot do anything else. So that'll be my last setup for that day. And yeah, that's pretty sad, honestly. But yeah, again, that's what we have. Let's see our performances right now. I'm very, very curious. We got two wins. One stop was better than the first time they tried. I think like the first time they tried was like around um, I think like three losses and one TP. But back in there, I was like still on profit. I was just like up 1% only. But yeah, that wasn't doing so good, obviously. But that was basically what it was. Let's see. Yeah, we got a loss in the beginning. That was kind of okay. BEs, etc. What you guys think about like those kind of way of backtesting? Obviously, like don't think pretty much about like what do I think and play out those kind of scenario because obviously I still need like to take back my abilities. You know it, but yeah. Let me check. You don't trade New York at all. Me personally, no, but I traded New York back in time. I simply now, since I just only trade 1 hour, that the reason that I trade 1 hour, the hour that I trade especially, is just because it's more time efficient for me to trade in the morning, simply because in here London is at the morning. And since it's more time efficient for me, I can trade it. But obviously, if I wasn't able due to my routine or other activity that I have to do throughout the day, what I can do is just trade on New York, but without any issue, literally, because it should just work the same on this tile, obviously, because I cannot wait no longer more like a kill them at that time, obviously. But yeah, that'll be pretty much it for me. Let's see. So our bias. Are we still bullish? Oh wait, just messing out with Chrome. Yeah, we were still bullish, but yeah, nothing so crazy that happened. And I think it kept on going. Oh no. Price broke this low. So since it broke this low, he made a major range. But yeah, we just should be just bullish, I guess. Yeah. Just play out a bigger pullback. New strong low, so this should hold. Let's see. Yeah. Crazy. You trade like this kind of scenario like they were on the 1 minute. Yeah, understand. I love to see concept on that or yesterday. Yeah. I will definitely enjoy it too. Going back to like futures and indexes, that will be pretty fun. I never traded live or like on a live account, me personally. I think I did only on the US 30 for like a couple of months, I think. But I don't know if it was demo or live account, but I don't know, honestly. I don't think it was live account. I think it was demo, to be honest. And that was kind of fun to trade in this way. But and also like developing the bias is something more simple too, simply because they're just directional, so they just be bullish. And that is it. By US 30, it will be definitely something that we can try. And some or else NAS. I think also like the I don't know how it can be called, but basically there are a lot that they play out also. I remember like the US 30 plays very, 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 very good. Can we try that next time? Yeah, definitely. Definitely we will. I mean, I'm gonna make like a little survey. This time I'm gonna do it. But like OS US 30 or NAS, we're gonna do it like 1 hour before the call. So and just decide all together depending on the vibe of the day. If it's more than a day, that is US 30. If it's more a day, that is NAS. It's the vibe they catch. But yeah, that'll be all for me for this backtesting session. I hope you all enjoyed and found this helpful. I'm gonna let me know also in the chat to if we should do more on the general chat on Discord so we can have just a more engaging chat simply because these get obviously deleted when the call ends. So we can just have a nice discussion about which style you prefer the most to see. Instead of a day, we can even alternate them. Just do 1 week this, 1 week the main intraday. So you can have both opinion or even three opinion if you would like to see me stacking, and let's see how I'll manage partial, break even, trail my stop loss and all the stuff. So, and that'll be over today. I hope you have a nice time. And let's see tomorrow for the last day of the week. And I hope we can get a win so I can, don't let's say, have a losing week. But yeah, we will see. Have a nice day and night, guys. Bye bye.